Yo, what's going down, Commanders? 2022. Welcome to a new year. Hopefully a fucking new run from Kixeye. I know they're not in the office right now. They're not going to put no changes out to this. But there needs to be some changes. I'm going to go through the patch notes, the update notes, and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, it's a War Commander January preview. Right, this is my biggest first gripe with this. As players, I would like to see someone high up in the company give us a roadmap of the next 3 months, 6 months preferably, where the game's going to shape up and where the key important updates are coming, as in regards to rogue bases on the world map. They need to change them. They can't keep leaving them as they are. They need to reinvent completely reinvent the world map, bring it back to the forefront and make it enjoyable again. This same old bullshit of just thinking everyone's happy with the same old base day after day after day after day, moving into week after week, into month after month for the last 2-3 years. It's not good. It's no good. You cannot do the bare minimum and expect a game to make money all the time. And I know there's going to be players out there that will spend no matter what Kixeye do. They're so invested in it at this point that they've got no other way to turn but coin more money, spend more money. But you've got to bring players in to want to coin. And this January preview should have been a 6-month roadmap of what to expect from War Commander and roughly the dates. So everything, like you do normally, everything's susceptible to change in key moments. But give us an idea of what you're going to do. Give us some sort of insight of the way you're thinking at the War Commander team, at the company, and go forward. Move forward with the players. Don't move forward fighting the players. I don't understand why you want to be fighting the players. You need to say to the players as well, we are looking into PvP. If we've made a mistake somewhere along the line, we will hold our hands up and say, we've made a mistake here. We're going to rectify it. Give us X amount of time. We will have PvP back to the forefront of the game. This is your biggest selling point. Biggest selling point. There's not many fucking Facebook games, freemium games out there, war games, that does PvP like Kixeye does PvP. That should be your fucking forefront of selling this game, is the PvP. But with the cost that comes with it at the minute, not worth it. Not very few are going to do it. There are people out there that do it. There are obviously the cheats that are out there that are still doing it. But the population that's going to make you the money, the good players, the players that want to play the game and enjoy the game and not let it ruin their fucking bank account, ain't going to coin this no more. They ain't. They just ain't. And you're losing a big portion of your fucking customers, basically. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm going to talk about this. The cracks are definitely appearing at Kixeye, that's for sure. The cracks are showing already. Jasma and Greg bicker. This has been posted back 4 times already. Bicker away as their timer ticks down in Operation Broken Alliance. Is Jasma and Greg the enemy leaders of this faction? If they are, where are they? Why haven't they been placed into the game? They're just making characters up and expecting the players to go, I know who that is. I've got no clue who they are. They're writing a story without giving us a backstory of what... It don't make sense. If anyone can put me right on that, please do. I'm open to all comments saying, look, you have missed something further down the line. I don't follow the storyline as much as I should. But yeah, if I've missed something further back in time that where they were at the forefront, that give us some backstory to these two guys, I'd love it. I really would love it. In Operation Broken Alliance, the Corpus Heavy vehicle, the Phobos, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because it sounds like a fucking private part again, or at least a hair's grown out of the private parts again. I don't know who comes up with these names. Let me just copy that, and I just want to Google it and see what it comes up with. Right, in depth. Phobos, NASA Solar System Explorer, the Phobos. Right, so it's a Mars. The larger of Mars is 2 moons. In diameter, orbits Mars with 3 times. So it looks like related Phobos. So that's a moon of some kind. Joins the fight with its depleted uranium technology. That's meaningless if the unit is just a bog standard next unit. Why do they have to put these stupid names in with it? Like they're giving us something that we've never seen before. So this is the problem with Kixeye. They don't never think things through. You know, who cares whether it's uranium, electromagnetic, fucking hula hoop shooting shit? All we care about is the functionality of the unit. If it's good or if it's shit. Make a little video up, what you could have posted with this update showing the Phobos in action. That would have made much more sense. Make a little video out of these two, Jasma and fucking Greg the sausage roll seller. The January event, Operation Broken Alliance, continues Jasma's and Greg's training odyssey. The Phobos, the new Corpus heavy vehicle that utilises the latest depleted uranium technology. Like this is some fandangled shit that they've made up. They have to promote that 300 times in one post. The Phobos can be earned in Operation Broken Alliance by completing mission track and in the event store. In addition to the Phobos, you will be able to continue earning the mega parts and tech for your Leviathan, boring, in the event. If this is a timed upgrade and it's as much use as that flamethrower tech for the fucking Leviathan, what a fucking slap in the face that was for everyone, eh? It was absolutely garbage, and they made it fucking 8 days upgrade for total. Jokers. Operation Broken Alliance runs from January 6th at 10 a.m. PST to January 12th at 10 a.m. PST. Here's a picture of the probe, the Phobos. It is basically a Phalanx. That's all I can say. It's a Phalanx with wheels at the back and only one gun. It's a Phalanx LAV combination, basically. And it better be good, because that gun looks shite. Shockingly too small. And it's got to fucking do some serious damage. And make it good for PvP. I'm sick of fucking getting these event units and then they're garbage in PvP. Enter the Phobos, God of Fear. Is the Phobos a God of Fear? I thought it was a moon. Anyway, the Phobos speeds past the competition. This new Corpus vehicle boasts a powerful engine that lets it pull away from any enemy, and with its turreted heavy machine gun, this vehicle poses serious threat to any nearby infantry. Right, we've already got a problem. Sorry there, guys, my mic went right up inside my mouth. We've already got a problem here. If you look back at any spam unit where we could have many of the Penance, the original Phalanx, the Lavs, Kixeye, the actual lifespan of these units was much shorter than the norm, because they were so much better at PvP. And I'm hoping this is good for PvP, a bit of a spammy unit, especially if you've got the Corpus buff running. I slam Corpus a lot, but they have got good fucking traits. They've got good units. If you look at some of their units, the Proteus, the Darkstorm of recent history, they've got some of the best units in the game. It doesn't make no sense anymore. Their faction trait, 15% maximum damage for anyone. The problem is when you're putting something that's got that faction buff, it's not getting shot one time in every 5 seconds. It's getting shot 100 times by units that are doing 10, 15 million DPS. That's my biggest problem with the fact they need to go back to the drawing board with the Corpus faction trait and come up with something new. An armour up would be better than that 15% maximum damage taken. Sorry. In addition to the Phobos, you'll be able to earn its gold tech, explosive and ammunition, which will add a splash to its shots. Yeah, we've seen all this before. Earn the Phobos by completing the mission track in event store Broken Alliances. A Mega Leviathan, we know all about that. The Leviathan is now a Mega, yes. And for some reason they're promoting their Twitter. I don't know why. And Facebook. That don't make no sense to me. Why are they trying to get people on their Twitter and Facebook? You want to get people into the game, not joining Twitter and Facebook. Fuck Twitter and Facebook. You want people, new players, joining the game. Your biggest part of the game is fucking PvP, and you're fucking shitting on it day in, day out. Stop promoting bullshit no one wants to fucking follow. Anyway, January calendar. Let's see if they change things up, eh? I know for a fact they haven't today. There's absolutely fuck all on the world map. Nothing of interest for me. Literally nothing of interest. So January brings the Malcolm base. If you haven't got him level 15, he's okay. He's actually quite a good unit, but he's, again, not needed. There's other units that do just as much damage. Morning Star bases, they're getting old, boring. January 2nd, Fighter Company boss base. I don't think there's many people in the game that need to do that. They literally took all the units out of that boss base so everyone could get it. Right, so Morning Star again. And this is where it all falls apart. They truly believe that this Echo, Harpy, Templar, Pennant, Soul Runner, Doppler, Sentinel's Token, Crucible. This is the gold standard for deploying bases on the world map. This is how they should go about it every single month. They have done it for the last, God knows how long, 2-3 years. Occasionally we get one of the... They become old by the time they put the unit bases on the map. The units are old. They're not needed no longer. I say they're not needed. They're not as fruitful as they was to begin with. They're too slow at putting things on the world map. They're too slow at changing things. They've promised us Thorium bases. They promised us new challenge bases, and they never pull forward. Never ever follow through with what they say. And this is the gold standard for the... Right? Everyone's telling Kixeye... not everyone. A good maybe 80% of the game are telling Kixeye the same thing. PvP is broken. We're not happy with PvP. Instead of Kixeye being the company that wants to side with their fucking customers, they're a company that will just deny it and block you from the forums and the Discord if you keep bringing it up. Instead of going, right, okay, there's too many players saying PvP is gone. PvP's finished. We got to look into this. We got to fix it. Work with the players. Sometimes it don't hurt to work with the players, even if they are egotistical and they're fucking trolls. Work with them. I don't get all this bollocks of fucking just denying everything. It gets Kixeye nowhere, and it makes the players more angry, more likely to walk away. My guys for the last 4 nights haven't played War Commander. They've logged on, done upgrades, logged on to fucking 7 Days to Die. And I see this pop up last night. I said, any of you guys want to do a live stream? Not one of them wanted to do a live stream because they was too engrossed in fucking 7 Days to Die. A game that's been out since 2013 and isn't even in fucking beta phase yet. But the fucking updates and the upgrades and everything they put into the game, the company so far, are far superior from the previous versions. Because they listen to their fan base, basically. So stop with these fucking stupid one-off unit bases. Shove a bunch of them together so all the Sentinel units go into a Sentinel base. All the Corpus units go into a Corpus base. Make these bases interesting. Have them fucking... There's a good value in fighting these bases. Make them a bit tricky because of the value of the base. This bullshit and this Crucible token base, I can't tell you how much this winds me up. Crucible token bases, but you can't upgrade your fucking Crucible. It's for the Gen 4s that are now 2 years or a year old out of date. No one uses a Gen 4 unit. Very, very rarely you see a Gen 4 unit being used. Or Gen 3 or Gen 2, even less as you go down the line. But no, Kixeye won't listen. This is the standard. That's where they perch themselves. Instead of expiring for greatness, they just under medical, yeah. They want to be just interested enough to keep you playing a little bit. I wouldn't want that. If it was my game, I'd say, right, I want these boys playing all the time. I want them fucking... I want to bring the fun back into the game. It's the biggest fucking problem. And I don't think there's anyone at Kixeye that has... They've worked on this game, maybe, for years, but they've never worked on they've never worked on a real-time strategy game in their life. They don't understand the concept of real-time strategy games. This is why your fucking player base is so important, because they will give you the ideas that you need to fucking move forward. You know, stop with this bullshit. There's nothing for me to even read here. It's the same shit, fucking copy and pasted week after week. PvP season ends. No one's playing PvP. Well, very, very few. Operation Broken Alliance. We all know that it's going to be plain Jane, mundane, boring. 5 missions, 2 challenge tracks, and fucking an ultra base. It's the same shit on repeat. It's the definition of insanity, in fact. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Fuck me. So we've got Broken Alliance starts to 6, ends his 12th. Post-event unique bases. Why this is still a thing? Just put them in the gear store, all the old uniques. Let them buy the fucking... In this you can bring them back to the foray, make them fun. I'd make a whole base again for the Sentinels uniques, the Corpus uniques, and the fucking Survivors uniques. I'd make a complete fucking base and shove all the old units in there. As they get to a point in the game, you add that unit in there. You update the base. You make the base hard, but you make the base rewarding at the same time. Gear store update. They add the fucking tech for the... I think it's the Abraham they're going to add to that. That is the only update they can even be bothered to do in the gear store. PvP Season 31 starts with Warpath, I'm going to guess, and the next day, yeah, Warpath. Again, they don't change nothing about on these. They don't make it any more interesting. They haven't got no ideas, and that's why they need the player base to fucking... And people do. I see people post these ideas up, and then they get shit on for it by your fucking little mod, little Hitler he's called, in your fucking your moderator, Mini Hitler. So anyway, Warpath Shadow Ops Phase 1 begins. That is the new unit, I believe. What is the name of the unit? Did they tell us? I thought there was a name. I'm sure they put the name of the unit that was coming out. So they haven't given us the name of the unit. Anyway, so there is... It's just Shadow Ops. That's all they're telling us. Corpus token bases, again, they are needed because some people like to get their units maxed out across the board. You've got the Phobos token base that will pay out Generation 4 tokens instead of logistics for the Phobos. You can't make this fucking dumb shit up. Legendary units, I look forward to these legendary units. The Devout base is the only one I need right now. Why haven't they put the legendary Hellhound base out? Again, anyone's guess, can't be bothered. Too spread out, fucking making up shit in the game that's no use to anyone. They spread their team out too thin, putting bullshit into the game instead of making the game more engaging, more fun, more exciting. You know, how can we con money out of players? Is what they ask. When that's what they, as they walk into their office, they've got a sign that's make sure you con at least one player today. Not make the game fun, not make the game exciting. Make sure you con one player today. Sorry, I can't say anything good about this game right now, and the way it's gone, the direction the Kixeye or War Commander team have taken is wrong. And there's no two ways about it. I couldn't give a shit about the Hive buff. I know when I use my spam unit tune, which would be Legendary Hellhounds, Devouts, and a couple of other units, that didn't last 3 seconds in a base. It lasted a lot longer. Anyway, we got the Fighter Company boss base again. Something that's been beat with a fucking ugly stick too much. Morning Star bases, they're promoting them out this month again. It's the only fucking big thing they've got, real change they've done to the world map, is the Morning Star bases. No legendary Hellhound bases, none. Again, Echo, Harpy, Templar, Penance, Soul Runner, Doppler, Sentinels Hero, Crucible token base, where you get Generation 4 tokens. No change there. Legendary Hover Tank, Legion, Raptor, Phantom, Devout, no Hellhound, Bounty Hunter, Standard and Elite. They've beat that one with an ugly stick and a window. It's been out for fucking about 3 months now. January, Echo, Harpy, Templar, Penance, January 18th, sorry. It is just the same shit on repeat. It is... I can't fathom it. I can't understand it. You want me to play your game, but you keep putting this out. Literally, fuck me. You know, entertainers. I bet I'm more entertaining. Listening to me fucking whinge about the game is more entertaining than playing your fucking game. Fuck's sake. Holdout begins. You can get some fun out of Holdout, but again, it's rinse and repeat. their concept of fun in the game is boring. They're really normally the bonus bases in Holdout used to be fucking tough, especially the first couple of times you played it. One mistake and you'd get hours of repair. Nowadays it's softened. It's instead of being fucking Rossi's ice cream from Italy, you know, it's fucking slush from the toilet. Malcolm Hero base, Morningstar base on the 22nd, Fighter Company Boss base on the 23rd. Morningstar base, January 24th, Hermes, Hoplite, Lightbringer, Caretaker, Wastelander, Twin Blade, Sentinels token base, and Crucible token base. Once again, don't pay out fucking logistics. January 25th, Bounty Hunter Elite and Standard, that is on the 24th. I'm not even going to read this out, it's exactly the same thing next day. January 26th, exactly the same thing. Abraham bonus token bases that pays out Gen 4 units. Way to go, Kixeye. Wastelander base. Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly, a mega bonus. I think they all spawn at the same time. They had a problem with the Bounty Hunter base. The Omega bases spawn Mondays, I believe. They never put it right. Defensive unique bases. We don't want the 4 hour, 6 hour repair ones. We want the 1 hour one, please, Kixeye. Don't bother putting them out if you're not going to reduce the repair time on them. Shadow Ops base phase 3 begins. Corpus token base, Phobos bonus token base that will most likely pay out. Instead of paying out, probably what I would go back to is with these bonus token bases, the newest one, the Phobos. I would go back, instead of paying out Phobos upgrade logistics, I'd go back and pay out the first of the Series 1 units. So the first 3 we got. So it'd be I think they were tanks. It'd be Lightbringer, the Helios, and the Soul Runner. That makes more sense than paying out Gen 4 tokens, literally. And then the next unit that comes along, the next Series 1, will pay out the air. And the next, or the infantry, and the next one will pay out and that's how you repeat it. That's how you keep the game interesting. Not paying out Gen 4 fucking tokens for units that no one uses. Advanced Materials base is on the 29th. Dennis Hero base, again, it's of no use. Morningstar base, they are really beating the Morningstar base over the fucking head with an ugly stick. Fighter Company Boss base, boring. Advanced Materials, Morningstar base again. Then you've got the Gorgon, Helios, Dervish, Absolver, Aggressor, Ace, Sentinels token base, Crucible bonus token base, Proteus base, Standard Elite. Wow, they are bringing out the new. Thank fuck for that. I was getting fed up with that Bounty Hunter base, seeing her ugly face all over the map, boring me to tears. Anyway, so we've got one new base this month, which is right on the 31st. Other than that, I don't think there's any new bases. 2 events, 3 if you include Warpath. But other than that, it's just dry. There's no entertainment in there, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the world map. Does it need changing? In my opinion, it definitely needs changing. PvP needs looking into. Work with the players. I think the players have got a lot of insight into the game. They've been playing for years, a lot of these guys. And they've got some interesting concepts that get thrown about, and Kixeye will do well to adhere to that and listen and take some of the notes on and like what Wrong Thinker did and the one after him, Storm Chaser. They would write things down on the notepad. Because we have some good ideas. As much as we hate the game, we hate the state of the game. That's the statement I want to make. I hate the state of the game. I don't hate the game. I love the fucking game. But the state of the game is fucked. There's no fucking enjoyment to be taken out of it. And I don't know if that's the way Kixeye want it to be, you know? It's like a fucking retirement home at the minute. That's all it is a retirement home, and everyone's hoping we're not next to die. Anyway, guys, be safe. Have a great 2022. Love you all. Peace out. Bye-bye.